All right, let's talk about the absolutely wild place we're in right now with artificial intelligence. Because on one hand, AI can do things that are just jaw-droppingly brilliant. And then in the next breath, it can fail at the most basic stuff in the most hilarious way you could imagine. We're living with a genius and we're living with a gremlin, all rolled into one.
First up, let's look at the genius side of things. There's this new AI voice model out there that is, and I'm not exaggerating, kind of unbelievable. It doesn't just read words, it can actually understand and perform emotion on command.
So someone asked it to add a little bit more emotion to what it was saying. And the AI just casually replies, "Got it." And then, boom, the delivery completely changes. It's more dramatic, more intense. It's not just reading, it's interpreting a feeling.
But they didn't stop there. They pushed it, asking for maximal emotion. And again, the AI gets it. It understands this abstract idea and delivers a performance that's just, honestly, it's stunning. The emotional weight is all there.
Then, just to show off, it can flip the switch completely. They ask for a robot voice, and it just strips all that emotion away and nails that classic, monotone robot sound. The level of control is just wow.
Media trainer TJ Walker was watching this whole thing, and he pretty much summed it up. This isn't just some cool tech demo. This kind of tech makes you wonder about the future of entire creative jobs, from voice actors all the way to Hollywood.
Okay, and this is where our story takes a very sharp, very weird turn. Because if an AI is smart enough to perform human drama, you'd think it could handle something simple, right? Like, say, a recipe for a sandwich. Well, let's see what happens when we go from the sound booth to the kitchen. So, what happens when you take these incredibly powerful algorithms and ask them to do something that needs a little real-world common sense, like making a recipe? Well, you get a mess. A hilarious and sometimes dangerous mess.
First of all, AI seems to have a real gift for coming up with the worst food names imaginable. I mean, seriously, who is lining up for a bony meat cloud or a creamy garlic nightmare? It's clear it has zero idea what actually sounds delicious to a human being.
The recipes themselves are just as bonkers. One AI recipe, for instance, called for 50 different ingredients.
For one sandwich. And then you have others that call for ingredients that don't even exist, like organic meteor dust. It's either way too complicated or literally impossible. There's no middle ground.
And this is where it stops being funny and starts getting legitimately scary. An AI might suggest a gasoline flambe because it doesn't know that gasoline is poison. It just knows that flambe is linked to flammable liquids and steak. It connects the dots logically, but without any real-world understanding, the result is dangerously wrong.
And this little gremlin in the machine, it's not just staying in the kitchen. Oh no, it's moving into our smart homes and all our devices, and it's bringing the chaos with it.
You know, we're sold this dream of a perfectly managed smart home where everything just works. But the reality? It often feels more like you've invited a mischievous, slightly dim-witted ghost into your house that just misunderstands everything.
The stories people tell are just priceless. You've got robot vacuums that seem to be collecting socks like they're starting a cult, or AI assistants that mishear, "I'm working late," and text your boss something else entirely, or my favorite, booking a literal clown for a meeting instead of setting up a conference call. It is pure digital chaos.
So what gives? How can an AI be smart enough to mimic human emotion, but dumb enough to tell you to cook with bleach? What is the missing piece here?
Well, the missing ingredient, the secret sauce, is human intuition. It's that simple. AI runs on data and patterns. It has never tasted a delicious meal. It has never smelt something burning on the stove. It has no actual life experience to tell it that some ideas are very, very bad.
Think of it this way. A human chef cooks with their senses: taste, smell, touch, and a lifetime of experience. They know what works. An AI just looks at data. It sees that the word flambe is often near steak and gasoline is a flammable liquid, so it puts them together. It's a conclusion that makes perfect sense on paper, but in the real world, it's just dangerously stupid.
And this really gets to the heart of it. This split personality, the brilliant genius, and the clueless gremlin is the reality of the AI we're living with now. And it has some huge implications for all of us.
On one hand, you have the genius. Like TJ Walker said, if an AI can deliver a perfect emotional performance on demand, what does that mean for actors? The potential to completely upend entire industries is very, very real.
And this is the paradox, isn't it? The same mind-blowing technology holds so much promise,
and so much peril. It could give every child on Earth a personalized, interactive tutor, but it could also be used for terrifyingly convincing scams, deepfake bullying, and emotional manipulation on a scale we've never seen before.
So this is where we're at. We're living with a new kind of intelligence that is smart enough to take our jobs, but dumb enough to suggest a 50-ingredient sandwich. These new companions, part genius, part gremlin, are here to stay. They're part of our world now. The only real question left is, are we ready for them?